I don't think this game went over the best, which it is a spin-off for an underperforming, I jumped into that, underperforming console. So I'm not sure how many people actually played this. Plus, it's like an odd mashup of Classic and Battle Network, because I got the... Oh. I got the jumps. I got the slides. I got the buster, but... I also got battle chips. They're playing a remix of Fireman's music from Mega Man 1, right? And on top of that, like the stage is patterned after it. The stage and the music, they're both patterned after it. I think that's neat. I think that's a neat reference. Wow, I'm a sucker for nostalgia, I guess. When I originally played this, though, it was during that, you know, the part of my life where I had a lot of time to screw with games. So honestly, I might have more tolerance for this than I should. Oh, it takes like 10 hours before the game actually makes sense? Well, golly gee. You have an entire summer to figure it out. I whiffed! Damn it! He hits the entire floor! This is so bad! The whole thing is... in-game, when he hits like a row of things, that's like only a third of the freaking field. But when he hits it in the... Oh gosh. Did I... Yes! There has been a lot of times where I've needed to go in, try to fight Gutsman, log out so I don't lose all the chips and money I earned, then go back in, try to fight Gutsman. He kicks my ass again. I go out. Oh, what got into me? But yeah, it is kind of neat. Because, like, they don't just... It's not just one of those things where it's like, oh, well, just because it's platforming doesn't necessarily tie this into Classic. But, like, a lot of the stages... I mean, I said this for Fireman, right? But a lot of the stages do kind of mimic their old counterparts. Case in point, this, you know, you had... disappearing blocks in original Iceman stage. It was the original disappearing block stage. Stinking. Oh, I didn't get anything for that. Oh my goodness. And a lot of people really hate the disappearing blocks. Personally, I think it's just whether they're well executed or not. Kinda actually did like the voice acting in Mighty Number 9. I think a lot of people thought they were too, like, you know, silly and cartoony, but I think that kind of works in some things, right? Like, do you think anyone would remember the dialogue for stinking Mega Man 8 if Aquaman came out and he's like, I'm Aquaman, but you can call me Handsome Guy? No, he had a silly voice, so everybody frickin' remembered Aquaman. There's a part of me that kind of wants a stinking Game Boy Micro. Even though I feel dumb saying that, because I feel like the Game Boy Micro is like the dumbest console ever made. Because it's one of those things where, you know, you're already on a small screen. One of the big things with the Game Boy Advance was that it made the screen bigger. So all of a sudden being like, I'm gonna get a small one now. It's gonna be even teeny tinier. It just seems dumb. And yet for, you know, like, I guess you could say it's for the novelty of it. I mean, geez, like, why else? When I was looking at all the old consoles and kind of just trying to come up with smack to talk on them, there were some that I had very strong feelings on, and some that I was just like, it was a console I owned at some point. And for, like, whatever reason, I don't really have like a strong attachment to the Game Boy Advance, which feels wrong. Just because of how much use I got out of it for frickin' Battle Network. You would think that that alone would be able to, you know, like make it one of my favorite consoles. And I feel like there's gotta be some sort of weird, traumatic thing that I'm just not remembering about the Game Boy Advance to make it not wanna, you know, not up there for me. Because it had Battle Network, it had Wario Land 4, which was pretty good. That's also where WarioWare came from. Come to think of it. And I do have, like, Mega Man Zero was on it too! Like, the Game Boy Advance was huge for frickin' Mega Man, I'd say. So why? Why? I bet it's because I wanted to use it as an extra controller for my GameCube, and that's not how that worked. Would you like to gamble? Not really. I'll gamble once. Huh. Congratulations, here's your amazing prize. Zap Ring 3. Really? I got the 3 sevens, and you're not gonna give me $10 million? There's a handful of old GameCube games that I'd like to get my hands on if I could. Because they'd be fun to play and they'd be fun to stream. Billy Hatcher is one of them. But yeah, Custom Robo and Chibi Robo are another two. But don't worry, I did get Chibi Robo Whiplash for the 3DS. So anyway, that's Elecman. Oh gosh. What is this, the Game Boy? Putting enemies just out of my sight to sucker punch me with? Though at least with like the stinking cannons, you see their reticle coming. That's why snipers are so dumb. Because everybody expects it, because they see the little targeting thing, right? Really? You lived? I mean, this does 90 damage, and if I remember it, oh my gosh. The Mets... Rank 3 Mets might potentially have 100 HP. But there's a part of me that doesn't want to say that, because if I actually remember, individual HP, you know, data for stinking trash mobs, well, I'd have to be a huge frickin' nerd. Oh, well, And here I was like, I'm gonna do this, and everyone's gonna be real impressed. I'm not even gonna make a big deal out of it. They're just gonna see me jump through. They're gonna see me do the Mega Man 10 jump, and they're gonna be like, wow, without even blinking. And you know what happened? Not only did I get hit, I frickin' died. Oh my gosh. Since when is he a burly man? Really, Zero? Why? Why is he spamming the I kill you move? I don't think he should be allowed to do that. I don't think he should have an invincible I kill everything on the screen move. Call me crazy, maybe I'm just old-fashioned. Oh my gosh, it's got an eyeball. Does that mean that this is a devil? No. No. Do not put them on the same level as the devils. You love the devils. To the point where you sound like some sort of stupid tryhard. Oh yeah, that boss that everyone thinks is really hard and a pain in the butt and unfair, I actually like it. Please, I've just played him a lot. I have tolerance. Does this one's attack pattern look familiar at all? I mean, I might be stretching it, but it kind of reminds me of Alien Wily and 2. Because it's just swooping and it's a booping. No! Oh, man! It was so close to dead! Roll did it. Did you see that, everybody? Roll did it. Now, don't fuck around this time. He takes, like, a little less than half of your damage every time he hits you. So, if it gets weird, just do the thing. Just use your thing. Good lord. He's crowding you, but that's fine. And there we go! Easy, easy. And the fact that it took you 2 tries, that's just because you're a dingus.